trouble you had. We just didn't.
What about when you got thrown out there that day, though? Was he upset with you too?
No, no. Daddy never said a word about it. He just took us and found us a place to stay for the night. And Julie's, this girl who used to be in the home, the craziest clean person you'd ever want to meet. She walked behind us with a dishcloth, like to anything we touched. But we only stayed there for one night. And then that's when we went to Mary's. What's her name? Quartz was the funniest place. That was the third place. We did talk about that. About cooking the dinner in one pot and having it for a week. How that? And what Patsy and I did, we would get very hungry. And the only thing we bought, shut up, dog.
Okay, go ahead.
Pat and I bought bouillon cubes, chicken and beef. And we used to just turn on the spigot to the hot water spigot and let it run, let it get really hot. And that's what we used to make the bouillon. And I don't even think we had crackers. But that was our real standby.
When you lived in the apartment?
No, this was when we lived at Quartz's, before we ever got the apartment. And I was thin then.
Because you weren't being fed enough?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it was ridiculous. She had a roast, carrots, and potatoes every Sunday in the oven, and you could live on it for the week. So we were hungry. And that's another reason why it's so much easier to eat sweets when you're hungry, because it fills you up so fast. I'm trying to think of other things that happened. We lived with, when we were with Mrs. Quartz, that's the one who I had to sleep in the bed with her. One day, I always paid my own board right on time. One day I came home from work and they had transferred me from Brown Instrument to Minneapolis Honeywell. So my pay was held up. And I told her what happened. I said, I can't give it to you now because... So then my father came home from work. And he was furious at me. Well, I was crying like crazy. Because he wasn't like that. I said, you don't believe me? You don't know me that I wouldn't try to get out of paying my board? It hurt me, you know. So later on he told me he was sorry. And I did, and she did get her board. And she did apologize to me too. So.
And was who was paying for my mother?
Daddy, I guess. No. Both. Well, this was when we lived there when we worked. I think Patsy was working too, I think. It was after that we got our own apartments. Because it was just nice enough people, but sleeping with... And then your mother would say, shake her! Because to make her stop snoring. Yeah.
So the day that you got thrown out of there, were there any of the other kids, did they run out of the refectory to see you?
Yeah, then everybody came, you know, to see what we were doing out there. And the sister told us, the Mother Superior, told us we had to leave. And what do you think your father is going to do with you? Two girls? How can your father take care of you? I was going anyhow. She's already said we're going. And then saying that. I think it was like, I was so relieved to get out. At that, I was 17 years old. And you can't push stuff down forever. And it was just good to get out because we had a great time. Went to a lot of dances after we came out of there. All the parishes had dancing Friday and Saturday. We used to go to a lot of them. And then they had the club. Everybody went to the club. Everybody who is anybody. And I only went there a few times. I was going with Mill then.
Where was it?
It was at in Kensington, I think. It was called the club, but it was called something else. I can't remember. Just go down, dance, and did your mother ever tell you about this guy at the club, handsome fella, and he asked Patsy to go out, and I think she said no. And Mr. Brains, he said, "What are you trying to do, pull a lemon?" Do you ever hear that expression? Oh, I'll never forget that. He was like a bouncer.
What does that mean?
That's when you're pulling a lemon. Oh.
Was my mom cute?
She was adorable. She used to wear her cars up like this all the time. She was cute. And it was fun to watch her growing up. Like, especially when we had the apartments and the guys who took her out came to the apartment to pick her up. And, I can't remember first time I saw Rich, Pat's husband. God, he was handsome. But I can't remember. They were a beautiful couple. Just why I had such beautiful kids. That was the best time of my life.
It was?
The apartments. Oh, until I got married. The thing went up.
That's okay. When you lived in the apartment, so nobody told my mother you'd be home at such and such time?
No. We could stay out all night if we wanted to, which was so brand new to us. And we could relax, and nobody's telling you go to bed at 9 o'clock, go to bed at 6 when you're a little kid. And everything we did was just followed after the other, every day.
So we're just about finished, so is there anything at all that you can think of that you want to add?
I would love to know how most of the kids from the home made out in the real world. The ones I know made out all right, except a few.
Great, then.
Mm-hmm. Opera! I went to an opera one time.
We're going to do that 2 more minutes